All right. Good day, guys. Welcome to another video from Blue Kings FX. Okay, in this video, we're going to be discussing about how to be profitable even with a low win rate. Okay, so sometimes some people ask us- each other or higher traders and will be like, what do you need to do to be profitable, or what do you have to do to be profitable, and all of that shit. Okay, so it's actually not as hard as you think. Now these are the things that you should note to be profitable even with a low win rates. Now this is it. First of all, it's not just all about strategy. As long as forex is concerned, you will lose trades, you will win trades. Even if you give a baby an MT4, a baby will press rubbish and the baby will win trades and the baby will lose trades. Okay, so there is no how. Even when you have wrong analysis, can still win a trade. Whether you have right analysis, you can still lose a trade. Okay, so it's not all about strategy. So you have to put some things in place, and those things in place, I'm gonna write them down here and take note of them. And if you apply it to your trading, I think you're going to see changes. Okay, so first of all, before you take any setup, I don't care the strategy you're using, whether you're using support and resistance indicators, you're using supply and demand, whatever you're using. Okay, before you take a trade, look at the risk to reward. If the risk to reward is not above one, if it's not 1:2 and above, then the trade is not worth risking. Because if you take 10 trades in a row and you have 7 losses and 3 wins, okay, let's say if you have 6 losses and 4 wins, do you know with a 1:2 risk to reward, you should be slightly profitable even with 6 losses and 4 wins. 5 losses and 5 wins, you still be very profitable. If your risk to reward is 1:2 and above, 1:2, 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, 1:6 and above, right? So you should always ignore trades that give you 1:1, 1:1.5, 1:1, all those trades. You should look at long-term consistency. Okay, so number one, looking at long-term consistency, you're not looking to flip your account today, you're not looking to make all the wins in the world in one day or in one trading week. It's wrong. Okay, you should focus on doing what is right. If you can do what is right, if you can discipline yourself enough and do what is right in trading, the trading will be consistent. Now, number one, always make sure your risk to reward is like is okay. Okay, so risk to reward is very important. So I'm putting it down here. Risk to reward, right? Risk to reward. So that's one thing you have to put in place. Okay, your risk to reward has to be top notch. That's one. Then two, always make sure you use a constant lot size for your account. So let's say you're using $100 account and you've told yourself that, okay, I'm going to be making use of a 0.01. Now this, you choosing a lot size is based on how consistently profitable you are, how good your strategy is, how confident you are. Now, if you know your shit, like you know you win, you have a high win rate in a $100 account, you can choose to use even a 0.05, a 0.1, a 0.03. But the thing here is that please be consistent with that lot size. No matter how it is, I'm not advising you to over risk, but if you know your win rate is high and the strategy is good, just keep up. It's not like today you use a 0.05 and then you win the trade and then you withdraw from the account, and tomorrow you'll be like, okay, I won yesterday's trade, so I'm going with a 0.5 on a $100 account, and that trade doesn't go well. I'm going to divide the account or blow the account. And once you do that, your psychology will become messed up. What start thinking in your head is to recover the trade, recover the account. Now you will not want to use a lower loss size, you like to take your time to recover. So you want to use a big loss size and then end the account. I've been a victim of that so many times. Okay, so whatever I'm telling you here is due to experience. So always make sure you consistently use a particular lot size on your account. So once, if you have intentions of growing that account and not withdrawing from the account, then fine and good. Scale up the lot size as the account grows. So it was a $100 account, then you start using 0.02, 0.02 consistently every day, and that account has grown to $200 account. You can use 0.04 from that $200 account and keep it up consistently till you get to 300. You increase it to 0.08, right? Consistently, you keep adding that same lot size you use for a $100 account. You just times it by, let's say, if you get to 400 times 4. So slowly you keep building the account, okay, till the account gets to where you want, or to where you want to withdraw it. But always make sure your lot sizes are consistent. Now, another reason why your lot sizes should be consistent is that it helps your results to be consistent, so that you don't have your losses bigger than your wins. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you have big loss and smaller wins? No matter how much of a time you win trades, if your wins are smaller than your losses, then forget it. You still be at a loss at the end of the week or at the end of the month. So if your wins are bigger than your losses in a row, then you will find out that yes, you're losing, you're having reds, but you're having blues, but at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you're profitable. Okay, so how do you achieve that? Risk to reward and consistent lot sizing. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to take that using consistent lot size. Okay, so what's the next thing to consider to actually win trades? Okay, now this is it. Another thing you should consider that will help you be profitable even with a low win rate is this: always getting to allow your trade take profits. Okay, so now many traders do this shit a lot. Close partials. Closing partials is not bad. Actually, it can shield you from some certain kind of foolish market behavior when maybe during news events and all of that stuff, and you're like, damn, I don't want to give back to the market what I've seen. Okay, I don't want to give back to the market what I've seen. So you see certain traders will be tempted to take partials. Now, trust me, if you're taking partials from your setup, your closing positions halfway when your trade has moved in profit a little, or even let's say you're using a 1:2 risk to reward and it has gone 1:1, like you've gotten what you risk and you want to close partials. If you continue with this pattern, in a long run, you'll be on a loss. Why? When your trade wants to hit stop loss, you do not close partials, do you? You do not. You allow the whole position to hit stop loss. And while it's going to hit stop loss, you're like, okay, God, please let this go back my direction. So you keep waiting. You see, people patience become intense when price is approaching the stop loss. Nobody is closing the trade. Okay, they are waiting to see if it's going to reverse back to that direction. But on going to take profit, many people want to close half. Many people want to do this. Now let's look at, if you take 10 trades, all right, take 10 trades, all of them 1:2, 1:3 risk reward, and you lose 5, you win 5. Okay, let's do it equal. In the 5 you lost, you were risking $5 per trade. So let's do it this way. You were risking for $5 per trade. So we have if you lose the trade, you lose $5. So you lose 5, you lose 5. We're going to use negative, okay, so you understand better. You lose 5, you lose 5, you lose 5, you lose 5, you lose 5. Now when you want to win, this is how it ought to look for those that are using 1:2 risk to reward. If you allow it to consistently hit your take profit when you win, if you allow it to consistently hit your take profit when you win, it's going to be like this. Okay, plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 1 2 3 4, okay, plus 10. When you win, you get 10. When you lose 5. So how much did you lose? You lost $25 and you won $50, right? So at the end of it, what is your net profit? Net profit is what? Plus $25. That is when you allow. But in a case when you close partials, this is how your result looks like. Because once you close that partials, price may reverse, and then hit your break even, because most times people take partials and they close risk, like they send their stop loss to break even. So after hitting that partial, sometimes you go back to break even. Sometimes it still goes forward to hit take profit, but you now start having things like this with the remaining positions later run and hit take profit. You'll be like, God, why didn't I hold all the positions? So you start having results like this. Maybe 4, then sometimes 9. Let's see, then sometimes let's see, sometimes 2, or as the case may be. All right. So because now your this is not consistent. When you're losing consistently -5, -5. But when you're gaining, look at the gain. So we have 5 plus 7, 35, 35 plus 4, that's about 39, 39 plus 9, that's about 40, is it 14, 48? Okay, so 48 plus 2, that's about, okay, no, 5 plus 7 rather, use multiplication. 5 plus 7, that's about 12. Then 12 plus 4, that's about 16. 16 plus 9, that's about 25. 25 plus 2, that's about 27. So you lost $25 and you're winning $27. So yes, you're profitable with a $2 profit. It's too small, or it's close to break even. But you won 5 full trades and you lost 5 full trades. But at the end of the week, you're out with $2. Sometimes you're out with $0. Sometimes you're still on a loss, especially when you start using outrageous lot sizes, different lot sizes. You don't know which trade is going to work out for you at last. So on this $5 you lost, maybe some could be -50, some -10, -8, -3, -1, because it's not consistent. But when you win, you close partials before you get to take profits, and with a small lot size, come on, you'll be on a loss. Okay, so learn how to consistently know what you're risking and learn how to allow your trade get to take profit. Okay, please, if you do that, you're going to see changes in your trading. And I just wrote risk consistent lot sizing, using consistent lot sizing. So the next one is allowing your trade get to take profit, allowing your trades it's TP, right? So another thing that you should consider to help increase your profitability, even if you have a low win rate, is actually avoiding avoiding to over risk on setups that seem very, very high probability setups. Whenever you see a high probability setup, what comes into the human mind is go all in, because this will play out. But trust me, no matter how all in you go, no matter how you see that high probability trade, to some other trader, that's a very fucked up trade. That trade is not wise enough. But to you, it's a very high probability trade. When you lose money to the trade, that's when you're actually going to see your mistakes, but that will be too late. Okay, so always make sure, no matter how it looks so real, low, how I call it, so appealing, just make sure you don't over risk. Okay, do not over risk. Make sure you don't over risk on any setup, no matter how it looks. Do not over risk on any setup. All right, so please, if you can adhere to these rules, you're going to see that like I said before, I don't know the strategy you're using, but if you adhere to all these minor things, you don't see these things everywhere. People don't talk about them everywhere so much, but these things, if you consider this, you're going to see that with even a low win rate, you will not be on a big loss. Rather, either you'll be on either break even or you'll be profitable in the long run. All right, yeah, so thank you for watching this video. All right, do well to click on the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye.